Good morning, everyone. My name is Ryan Bunce. I'm the Information Technology Manager here at the Michigan Catholic Conference, and we're going to get started on our webinar this morning. And today we're going to be talking about Bookkeeper Self-Serve, and your facilitator will be Isabel Hershey. She'll introduce herself in a moment, but I wanted to do some housekeeping stuff on the webinar interface, or the software that we use. And so for those of you who have been to multiple webinars, this will be a bit redundant, but we're going to go ahead anyway. So if you have any trouble getting onto the webinar to view the presentation that's going on, I noticed a few of you have joined via phone. If you're unable to see the presentation that Isabel is doing, or if you've had trouble joining, you can call our support line at 1-800-395-5565 and ask to speak to someone in IT about the webinar, and we'll try and get you in and get you set up. With that, we're going to go on to the next part. So there's a couple of buttons at the bottom of the screen if you've been able to join properly. The first one is the chat button, and that allows you to chat with fellow participants and with your webinar people here at MCC. You can choose, if you choose that, you can choose from a menu that allows you to speak to just us or broadcast it to the larger group. Go ahead to the next one. We're not going to be using that middle button that says raise hand, so we're going to skip over that. The Q&A button is the one that we're going to be using the most. When you click on that Q&A button, another window should pop up. If you have a question, you can enter it in there. We have a couple of moderators that are joined to the webinar as well that will try and answer your questions. And of course, we're going to do a Q&A at the end, so you're welcome to save your questions until then and type them in, and we'll answer them aloud during that time. So we'll kind of review them at the end. So I think that is it as far as the housekeeping is concerned. Not too difficult. So with that, I'll turn it over to Isabel, and she'll take us from here.
Thank you, Ryan. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. My name is Isabel Hershey, and I'm going to be sharing some information on our Bookkeeper Self-Serve. So welcome to the Bookkeeper Self-Serve webinar. We're going to briefly review how to access your Bookkeeper Self-Serve account and the general layout of what is found where. We'll then focus on how to pull and download various reports available to you, and to review the newest feature we've just introduced, the upload and retrieval of documents sent to and received from MCC. By now, each of you should have received secure access to your Bookkeeper Self-Serve account. If you don't have it, but are supposed to, please contact your diocese for authorization, and MCC will provide you with your own access. Non-diocesan employers, please contact MCC directly. Business managers and bookkeepers, those of you who are responsible for multiple units, we heard your complaints and are pleased you now have access to all your assigned units with a single username and login. Once you successfully logged in, you'll land on this home screen. Across the top of the page, there are 5 tabs. The first is a symbol for your home page, followed by Access a Participant, Billing, Contacts and Resources, then Forms, Reports, and Documents. Click on each tab to move to that page. At the bottom of the page, you can change your password, review communications sent from MCC, and you can now securely upload files directly to MCC. We're going to take an in-depth look at this new area momentarily, once we've briefly reviewed the other features of our Bookkeeper Self-Serve. So you can search for an employee here or through the Access a Participant tab. You'll notice that just below the search field on this home screen is a list of your recently viewed employees. Click on the employee from the displayed list or enter his or her name on the search field, then click on Search. In this example, we're looking for our employee, Mary X. Once we've clicked on her name, Mary's information opens in the Access a Participant tab, allowing you to review her basic information. You can also see which dependents she has covered under her benefits and whom she is assigned as her beneficiary. This is important. Remember, you should see an assigned beneficiary if your unit offers life insurance or participates in our lay employees retirement plan. If this field is blank and your employee is benefits eligible, please ask him or her to complete the appropriate beneficiary designation form and then forward it to us to apply. That's real important. Mary's contact information is housed under the Contact Information subtab, and the address, email, and telephone number we have is what you'll see listed here. Under the Employee Communications area, you'll see a list of all documents relating to Mary's benefits. For example, here we have past annual enrollment benefit summaries and a gain of coverage letter, which supports Mary's mid-year enrollment change. Under the Employment subtab, you'll see the participants' employment data. Here is where you can conveniently review the benefit-driving data we have, including the status and type of employee, her weekly scheduled hours, and the annual salary information you've provided to us. In Mary's case, you'll notice that Mary is an active lay employee who is scheduled to work 40 hours per week, was hired on August 1st of 2009, and her salary of $88,000 was updated on July 1st of 2018. This last area you should return, let me start this again. The last area you should third try. The last area we would like you to routinely review is the benefits area. Here is one of the ways you can see which benefits your employee is enrolled in and what type of coverage was elected. In our example, you see that Mary has elected family coverage for her medical, dental, and vision plans, but she's waived participation in the optional life and flexible spending programs. As a reminder, if any of the information on the Access a Participant tab is incorrect, it must be corrected through your payroll provider with the date the correction went into effect. If the correction is more than 4 months retroactive, please call our benefits team directly and we'll work with you to correct the employee's record manually. Through the Billing tab, you'll find your invoices, payments applied, and any adjustments that may be pending your next invoice. Once you've selected the unit you're working on, click on it to open the Billing subtabs. On the Billing Home subtab, you'll find a summary of that unit's latest activity. You'll find messages regarding any pending adjustments, and you'll see the number and list of all participants appearing on your last invoice. Open and review the details for each of the latest activities by clicking on the date links, which appear next to each item in blue ink. Clicking on the Invoicing subtab provides you with access to your unit's invoices, with the most recent invoice appearing at the top of the list. You can also search for a specific invoice by entering the date parameters in the Find Invoices search area. And here's a helpful tip. When you see this tool symbol, you can download whichever report you're looking at as an Excel spreadsheet. In this case, we're downloading the invoice details as a spreadsheet. Please be aware that document downloads are going to display differently from one browser to another, such as Explorer, Microsoft Edge, or Google Chrome. You can also print each part of your invoice as a PDF under the Reports area of the same invoicing page. Again, these are all listed in date order with the most recent report appearing at the top of the list. Another way to review the details of your invoice is to click on the ID numbers in blue just left of the invoice date to see the specific transactions included on that invoice. The details pertaining to that selection appear below in the Invoice Transactions area. And at the bottom of the page, you'll find your current billing invoice. Your billing invoice is your unit's overall invoice. Although it does not include the details reports, it does download as a PDF for easy bill payment. The Payments tab is going to open the history of payments made to MCC, the dates the payments were received, the amounts allocated, and any amounts refunded back to the unit. Click on the blue ID numbers located left of the date posted to open the details of that payment. And as a reminder, when you see the tool symbol, you can download that data as an Excel spreadsheet. The Contacts and Resources page houses MCC's recent communications and provides you with our toll-free telephone number, hours of operation, and an email link to our benefits team for your convenience. Click on the description in blue ink to open that message, and on the blue email link to email our benefits team directly. Let's look at the Forms, Reports, and Documents tab next. On this page, you'll find audits and reports on the top third of the page, forms and confirmation statements in the middle, and at the bottom, you'll find our new portal for the secure document exchanges between you and MCC. Under the Reports section, you'll find 5 reports listed. The HR Unit Audit Report is a report that shows your unit's active and on-leave employees. The Unit Property Vehicle Report is a report of all current buildings and vehicles associated with your unit. The Coverage Changes Report compares any coverage changes during the date parameters to the most current coverage. The AE Change Report shows enrollment elections that changed due to the annual enrollment event. And the Imputed Income Report displays imputed income information for the quarter. When you click on the blue titles of each report, you will open that report's page. Running and reviewing these reports regularly will ensure the information we have is current and correct. We strongly recommend reports be run on a quarterly basis, if not more often. Now let's take a look at each one. Once you've selected the unit you'd like to run the HR Unit Audit Report for, click on the blue Execute Report to generate it. This report will download as an Excel spreadsheet. The Unit Property and Vehicle Listing is a report which itemizes each building and automobile covered under your unit's protected loss and auto programs. After selecting the appropriate unit you'd like to review, click on Generate and the report will download as a PDF document. The Coverage Changes Report includes any coverage changes made within the parameter dates you set. Once you've entered the dates you'd like to review, click on Generate Report. This report also downloads as an Excel spreadsheet, and it does provide lots of information, including the employee's prior and current benefit elections, the termination and effective dates of each, and even shows the date the change event was completed in our system. The Annual Enrollment Change Report shows all changes made by your employees during the open enrollment period, which is held each year during the last half of October. MCC will email you when this report is available and is ready for you to retrieve. To retrieve it, select the unit number you're looking for, then click Generate Report. All your annual enrollment change reports will appear here. Select the appropriate report by clicking on its blue title and the report will download as a PDF document. And the last report listed is the Imputed Income Report, or Life Over 50 Report. Imputed income is the dollar value which the Internal Revenue Service puts on the amount of group term life insurance coverage in excess of $50,000. This report is updated by MCC on a quarterly basis. So after selecting the unit you'd like to run the report for, enter the first day of the quarter you'd like to see. Then click on Generate Report. For your convenience, the Imputed Income Report will download as an Excel spreadsheet. Reminder, the total amount of all 4 quarters is what needs to be reported to the IRS. Next, let's take a look at the different forms housed in the Forms section on the Forms Reports Documents page. The Benefit Confirmation Statement is just that, a statement confirming an employee's benefit enrollment or termination of coverage. When you select Benefit Confirmation Statement from the Forms screen, Any confirmation statements produced within the last 30 days will appear, with the most recent at the top of the list. Select the blue employee ID you'd like to review to open his or her statement. Then, click on the blue form name to download the statement in a PDF format. The 2019 AE statements are the collection of employee benefit confirmation statements for each employee that made changes to his or her benefits during the annual enrollment period. As you've already learned and figured out, this information can be pulled from several areas. The convenience of housing them all in this one area, however, allows you to download, print, and distribute all the confirmations for your unit all at once. Click on the blue form name to open the set of statements. The collection of AE statements will download as a single PDF. And the last form to look at is the Special Events application. Clicking on the blue Special Events application title will redirect you to the Special Events application page on MCC's website. Please make sure to review the step-by-step instructions located directly below the application link first. Once you've done so, open the application link to complete it. Then once all the fields are completed, click Finish to submit the form and send the associated fee to MCC's lockbox. And finally, let's look at how to transfer files between you to us and how to retrieve files from us to you. To assist in your benefit administration responsibilities, not only did MCC implement the single logins and username passwords for multi-unit bookkeepers and business managers, but we've also eliminated the use of our secure email to transfer documents and files safely. We believe that this too will simplify your work life immensely. There are two areas for file transfers. The first is on your home page under Upload File to MCC. And the second is here on the Forms, Reports, and Documents page in the Documents section. Let's first look at uploading files to MCC. So from your home page, click on Upload File to MCC to open the portal page. Select your unit number from the drop-down menu first, then enter the name of your document. In this example, we're using Beneficiary Designation Form for Employee X. Then click Browse to locate the file you wish to upload from your computer. Once you've selected the file you're uploading and it appears in the File name box, click Open. Once the file is selected and displays in the Upload box, click Upload. When the upload is complete, the following message appears. Your file was successfully uploaded. You can see all files uploaded by a unit via Forms, Reports, Documents, or you may upload another file below, or you may continue to use the site. Upload another document, and this is done by clicking on the blue letters to start the process all over again. And once your upload is complete, please alert MCC via email so we can retrieve your document. This last point is really important because without your alert, we won't know that we need to look for and retrieve your document. So once you've uploaded your document or documents, please take a quick minute to return to the Contacts and Resources page to email MCC's benefits team directly. To view your previously uploaded documents and to retrieve any documents sent from MCC to you, go back to the bottom of the Forms, Reports, Documents page. Choose the unit you're looking for from the drop-down menu, then click Display Documents. Your documents will appear immediately below. Click on the blue document name you wish to view to open, print, or download it to your computer. As a reminder, for prompt document retrieval, please notify the appropriate department you've uploaded files for. Our benefits team email is benefits@micatholic.org. Our risk team's address is riskmanagement@micatholic.org. And our IT team can be reached at support@micatholic.org. Thank you all again for everything you do, including taking the time to attend today's webinar. This concludes our formal part of our presentation, but we'd like to use the remaining moments to address any outstanding questions you may have.
Okay, the floor is open then to answer any of your questions. Feel free to type them into the Q&A box, and we'll monitor them here and ask them, or answer them rather. So we did have one question on whether or not the webinar would be available afterward, and the answer to that is yes. We are recording the webinar, and we'll be making a recording available on our website. If you go to our website, www.micatholic.org, and click on the benefits section, I believe.
Correct.
Then you can, in there is a webinar link that gives you access to all of the webinars that we have done in the past. Any other questions? A couple. Okay, the imputed income report. Could you quickly explain the columns?
The columns themselves on the report are based on the tax table. So you'll see, and I don't have the report in front of me, so off the top of my head, we'll have the amount that's in excess over the $50,000 plus the IRS's multiplying factor for a total amount that needs to be reported. So it's pretty self-explanatory, and you're always welcome to call the benefits team to work with you to interpret it more specifically to your needs.
A couple of questions. Can we provide just the PowerPoint slides? I believe we can.
Certainly. Yep. You're welcome to email me directly. My email address is ihershey@micatholic.org.
Not necessarily on the current material covered, but rather on fiscal year 2020. What's the context of that? Not sure.
The information that the reports, et cetera, are up to date. They're not forward looking. So it's not fiscal year based. It's
for the question from Liz Neal, if you want to expound on that, Liz, if you could call in and talk to either Isabel or someone on our benefits team, I'm sure they can answer your question more directly.
That makes sense. I like that.
Do we still need to input changes in Who'sware or just download them from MCC website, edit and upload?
Those units that have to Who'sware, we do need the information updated through Who'sware as well. So it's your payroll provider or Who'sware, whichever is applicable.
Yeah, so the file exchange function is only for communicating information outside of those channels. So all of your regular payroll and things like that you've been doing all along, that will all still be in place.
Mm-hmm.
When we make a personal or wage change through BeanGarter, do you receive them at the same time, or do we need to submit them separately to MCC?
There's information on our website on the flow of information, and Ryan did a fabulous webinar the last time on flow of information. So the information, basically, a short answer is the information you enter into the payroll system, be it BeanGarter or Paycor or Who'sware, that information is transferred to us on a weekly file based on the week that you have payroll runs. So if you enter somebody's information on Wednesday and your payroll is that Friday, we'll have that file in our system by Monday afternoon, the following Monday afternoon. So those come regularly scheduled on a weekly basis. Any other questions?
Should we enter new payroll data in Paycor prior to July 1st? Oh, maybe that one was already answered. Oh, sorry, that one was already answered. Text. Okay.
All right. Well, I think that does it for today. Thank you all again for taking the time. It's super appreciated. Please let us know if there's anything else that we can do to help. All right. God bless. Take care. And thanks again for joining us.